Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. In this video, I will be using these doll houses from Dollar Tree to make some icy, frosty, snowy houses. I am so excited about these. I was like really excited with how these turned out. So I am starting off by just simply removing these houses. They have two different types of doll houses at Dollar Tree. This one, and you will see the other one later on in the video because I am using both. And I don't use the little pieces. I just give these to my kids. But if you have small kids, you probably don't want to give it to them because they're kind of tiny. But my kids are old enough. So anyway, I'm just taking them out of the packaging and I'm going to get them prepped for the spray paints. I'm just simply doing that by taking out the windows and the door and the door frame. We're going to make a double-decker house. So I am just simply removing all these things because I am making this an all frosty, snowy house, but I did want to give a little bit of accent, a little bit of a silver accent. So I had to remove these pieces before spray painting. And as you can see, all these pieces were fairly easy to pop right off. The hardest part, as you can tell, was the door frame, but it came out pretty easily. Now that I have everything down, I am going to attach both houses. I took off the roofs, as you can see. And I did have to cut off the part where the roof slides onto the house. I had to cut that off of the bottom piece just so it could fit better. It was too much of a gap otherwise. All right, now that is cut off, I am going to place one house on top of the other. You will notice that I left the door and the door frame on the top house. The reason is because I wanted to get rid of that door. I didn't want it to look like a door just like floating halfway up my house. I wanted to make it blend in with the rest of the house, so I left it on there. And the bottom door will get the silver paint later on. So then I snapped on the roof, snapped it up on top, and gave everything a spray paint. And here it is with a couple coats of spray paint. And right here you can see the different house. I actually made the different house last year and then never finished it and never used it. So yeah. But I ended up spray painting the windows too. The reason why, even though it was already white, I decided to spray paint it with some flat white primer because it was just going to be easier to use the silver paint later. Otherwise, if I didn't put any spray paint on it, it was just not going to take the acrylic paint very well. It was going to take a couple coats and ain't nobody got no time for that. So this was just easier. I was already spray painting, so I just laid those pieces out, gave them, I think, 2 coats. It didn't even need 2 coats, but you know, whatever. And now I am using this beautiful silver acrylic paint by Folk Art. I can't remember the name, but I found this at Hobby Lobby, and there was a bunch of different silvers at Hobby Lobby, so really just pick your favorite. I went with metallics so I could get that pop of dimension, and I went with silver because it was going to be the prettiest color to go with the white that we are going to be doing. Now, here we are at my favorite part. Y'all see I got my little chip cup and I got kosher salt. Now, the reason why I'm using kosher salt was because my Dollar Tree did not have Epsom salt. I could not find it. So I used this. They also had sea salt, but the kosher salt had chunkier granules. So I went with this. And yes, this house is covered in salt. These houses are covered in salt. At first I saw a video on someone who covered a mason jar with salt, and I was like, what? But then when I saw the final result, I said, holy crap, that's gorgeous. But me, I just thought that it wasn't shiny enough, you know, so I had to be extra, and here I am adding some crystal clear glitter. I also ended up putting just a sprinkle of iridescent, and honestly, I kind of wish I hadn't. It was still really pretty, but it could have did without the iridescent. The crystal clear gave it just a sweet sparkle, and the Epsom salt gave it that sugary, icy, snowy effect, and it was so cool. So cool. There's no right or wrong measurement. I just eyeballed this. You don't have to use glitter at all. You can just use Epsom salt. It's not a big deal. And just to apply this after spray painting, of course, I put on a thick layer of Mod Podge onto the houses and sprinkle this on. And just to let you know, this was a big mess. The salt went everywhere. I am still sweeping granules of salt off my table and vacuuming it up off the floor. It's a hot mess, but it's totally worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. So I start off by popping the silver pieces after they dry. Of course, I pop them back into their positions. Now, I didn't know, I ended up deviating slightly. So I end up putting holographic silver glitter on the silver parts. If I was thinking about it before I had put them all in, I would have glittered them first and then put them on, but it still worked out all the same. But it probably would have been easier because I had to be really intricate with, you know, putting on the Mod Podge on just the silver spots and not on the white, because I didn't want the silver glitter on the white. I just wanted the silver glitter on the silver trimmings. So I am using Mod Podge that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm putting on quite a bit because the salt is kind of heavy. So I'm just slathering it on all over. This house doesn't have any silver trimming. This one's completely white, so every bit of it can get covered in the salt and glitter mixture. And you're gonna want to do this in parts because Mod Podge dries relatively quickly, and I didn't want to take my time painting the entire house with the Mod Podge and then trying to sprinkle it on, because most of it would be dry by the time I was finished. So just do it by sections, saturate them well. Don't do the bottom. You see, I did the bottom and just wiped it off. Saturate one part of it well, and then just dump on your glitter and salt, or just salt if you only use salt, you know. Once I was done, I took a little dotting tool and just kind of cleaned off the edges of the doorway and the windows, just because a lot of Mod Podge got in there, and then the salt stuck to it, and I just wanted to make sure that those details were still there and not hidden. So I just kind of, you can see what I'm doing, just kind of wiggling it through there. Here's a tip: make sure you have some paper underneath while you are doing this. It will make your cleanup so much easier. So this part, I wanted to use a mirror under my double-decker house. So I got this mirror from Dollar Tree, and I just gave it a rough paint of white. It was completely black, but I'm gonna cover this up anyway, but I just gave it one coat of white just to get rid of that darkness, because I wanted to be able to hide that. I wrapped them up in fairy lights. You can find fairy lights at Dollar Tree. I personally have never found any at my Dollar Tree. This came from a pack of 12 from Amazon, and I simply wrapped them up and used a bit of tape to hold it in place. I didn't want to use hot glue on the wires. I just don't know how it would react. I don't want to mess up my fairy lights. So after wrapping them around, I use this. This is what I have on hand. You can definitely find snow now, the snow sheets now, but I have this stringy web stuff on hand, and it's basically the same. It stretches, but it works out just fine. And I also put another set of lights behind the double house, added a little mini wreath that I made myself, and look at it. Oh my goodness, I was so excited about this project. So that is it for these beautiful icy village houses. Let me know what y'all think about this, and let me know if you will try this. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.